Horace King was one of the most significant but little-known personalities of the 19th century. He was born in 1807 in the Sherrod district of South Carolina.
I was born in South Carolina, a slave, the property of Edward King. He died and his kin sold me to Jeremiah Dunlop of Sherrod. He sold me to John Godwin. I learned the trade of bridge building. Horace King.
John Godwin was King's senior by maybe 9 years, so you can see they were fairly close in age.
He was self-taught engineer and architect. He was raised at the knee of his old Indian mother in South Carolina and showed promise.
We are told by the oldest record that touches on this, that's Cherry's History of Opelika. We're told that Horace's father was a half-breed Indian named Edmund King. But there is no Edmund King on the scene at any time.
John Godwin, who was his owner, was or where he lived, but he would have perhaps just come here to work on these two bridges.
All we know for sure about the credentials of John Godwin and Horace King is that they were in the construction business and they did live in Cheraw, South Carolina at the very same time that the inventor of the town lattice mode, then the most current state-of-the-art mode of bridge construction, built his first or one of his first major river spans. He built it there, and we have to assume that they were assisting him. There's no record of what capacity.
We have to remember that in the 1800s, one did not go to school to become an architect. One simply studied with someone who was an architect, and after that person had undergone so much training, this is part of an apprentice program, that person became certified to do whatever it was, be it building bridges or building homes or whatever the case may be. To the good fortune of the people of Alabama, he brought with him Horace King. And the history of bridge building in the state of Alabama and the state of Georgia has never been the same. They built the first bridge connecting Phoenix City, or Girard as it was called at the time, to Columbus, Georgia.
I'm always impressed by the scale of the undertaking that Horace must have done in 1832. He was here, hand tools, mules, a 560-foot bridge to construct. That was, and he was a young man. He was in his 20s. A bridge that would support the kind of traffic that we have today. Now, he had worked apparently in 1823, about 8 years before. He had worked with Ithiel Town, the inventor of a marvelous new invention, the Town Lattice Bridge. It consisted of a lattice, seemingly fragile lattice truss along either side of the bridge. You've all seen this if you've seen covered bridges in the South. In 1820, it was a new invention. Horace was involved in this 440-foot bridge in 1823, and then finally, 32, the young man came into his own here and built the bridge that first tied Alabama and Georgia together across the Chattahoochee River and created that entity that is still a coherent area today called the Chattahoochee Valley, the Valley. And this is the spot. When the river is low like it is today, you can still see the old stones that are left over from the original pier of Horace's first bridge, right under the new concrete bridge there. Francis bore him 4 sons and a daughter. 3 of the sons became key members of what was called King Brothers Construction.
Horace King served in the Alabama legislature during Reconstruction. He did not initially want to run for election. He had a business to run. I think his first year of office, he had a contract to build a bridge elsewhere, and he wasn't in the legislature. But his second year, he was there, helped get several bills passed, and then he was reelected a second time, somewhat against. He didn't agree to run, but he was elected anyway, and he served faithfully those 2 years.